Derrick Brown of the Carolina Panthers is joining us here now on the Rich Eisen Show. Good to see you, Derrick. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Do you bring a sandwich on the plane when you travel with the Carolina Panthers, Derrick? Do you bring your own food on the charter?
Yeah, we definitely we definitely eat on the plane for sure.
Okay. Well, by the way, I'm asking a lineman right now. What a silly question. How about by the way, let's talk a little football with Derrick Brown. Hey, Derrick, were you watching last night's Thursday night football game? Derrick?
Yep. I got a chance to see it last night.
Okay. So, were you rooting heavily for the Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah, I definitely want to push for the way that's going to be best for us for sure in that situation. But I wouldn't necessarily say rooting for either side.
Okay. All right. Because why? Because you can't bring yourself to root for another NFC South team, even though it helps you against the NFC South team that they're beating? Derrick?
Yeah. I mean, I just think, the competitiveness in all this, I hold that year round. So it is what it is on that end.
Well, what it is right now is an opportunity for the Carolina Panthers to keep winning football games. And if you win your football games, you win your division. I mean, it is that simple right now because you have fewer losses than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into New Orleans. Are you openly thinking that way right now?
Man, I think it's not being in the situation before or 23 getting close to it in that situation when we played the Bucs at the end of the year to be able to see who was going to win the division. I think it's not looking too far ahead, right? Like we got New Orleans Saints this weekend. They just had an explosive win last weekend versus the Bucs, and right now we got to do what we got to do to even put ourselves in that position and take care of that stuff next week. So I mean, right now, focus on New Orleans through and through.
Okay, so one at a time. I totally understand that. What's been your feeling around this team, Derrick? Because I was there around this team last year in Munich with you taking on the New York Giants in Germany, and things kind of flipped in that game. Things kind of began to get better for your team, and it felt like it translated into this season. Is that a fair assessment? Am I missing anything? Feel free to correct me, Derrick.
No, I think that's a fair assessment. I got to kind of, be a fan of the team last year, especially being out and being hurt and, kind of just sitting around and, being able to know what's going on the inside, but also see it from the outside. I sat there and, just to take the things that we were doing and be able to take them into the offseason on a win. I mean, being out of playoff contentions at the time and then going through OTAs and spring ball. And then, we come out and we started season 1-3. So, that's definitely tough, but I mean, we still had that chip on our shoulder. So, I mean, to be able to play meaningful football here in December, man, it's a blessing, but also too, I mean, this is what we wanted from the beginning. So, I mean, now we got to take care of business, and that starts with this week going to New Orleans.
One of the things that Dave Canales told us when we were meeting together as a broadcast team with the coach said that he knew he would know when things are going in the right direction for the team when the personalities of the players are coming out on the field during the game. Would you agree with that? And that it's been happening for the Panthers, Derrick?
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest, I mean it's been a thing since we've been in camp. I mean, the confidence has been with the guys. We didn't get the results we wanted at first, but I mean, this is like growing pains, right? You get a new team every single year to be able to have the opportunity to be able to put the pieces to the puzzle together. That's what we all look forward to from the time we step on the field to July till now. So I mean, this is one of those things that we've got ourselves in this situation from the things that we did in July and August, and nobody ever wavered when we were sitting there 1-3. Nobody sat there and doubted, specifically saying, hey, like, let's do what we got to do. And coach is the same way, man. He shows up every single day with the same energy. And, he's one of those guys that, he brings it every single day. Some days, I'm not the same way. It's one of those, some things very much frustrate me. But, I mean, Coach Canales, he takes it with a chip on his shoulder and just keeps going, being the same person consistently every single day.
What has his message been? Can you give me some, take me inside of a meeting room, take me inside of what he's been telling you guys since jump, Derrick?
Yeah, I mean, to do our process. Let's not worry about nothing else. Let's be in the moment and let's see what doing our process can get us. And that's been the message from the day one that he's. He called me when he got ready to take the job here, and that's hey, I want to build a culture where guys can be a part of our culture here at the Panthers and do their jobs every single day while living in the moment. And I mean, he's preached that since the day he's been here, and it's cool to see last year, guys starting to believe it, and then guys, taking that and that being the standard this year.
Derrick Brown here on the Rich Eisen Show. You've got a comeback player of the year candidacy, no question about it. Where the season-ending meniscus injury in week 1 of last season that you were referring to being on the outside and the inside at the same time. So what about this season is something that you would have, if I had told you while you were rehabbing that this would be the season that you're having and your team's been having, what would you have said to me last year?
I would have said, man, that, I was in a state of mind where, I was trying to get the knee back right. And, seeing things, from inside, when I say like seeing the team, kind of build that bond. I'm like, I would probably tell you, I don't know, but man, I can't wait to be a part of it. And it's one of those things where, I'm sitting here every single day and I just kind of see it all. Like last year, sitting out of football, man, it definitely made me realize how much I actually love this game. You say you love it until it's taken away from you. So, I mean, just being able to sit there and go through every single day of, rehabbing and fighting back to be able to be back out there with my brothers on Sunday and be able to play for one another, that was the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, and that photograph that we just had up on the screen, can you walk me through what led to this massive moment for you, your team, that potentially also could come home to roost for the entire NFC as you beat the Rams by forcing this fumble that essentially ended the game with Matthew Stafford and the Rams? Derrick, walk me through this moment for you.
Man, it was a moment where we were on the field as a defense and, playing a threat like that guy right there, man, he's got so much, knowledge of defensive football in his own. So, I mean, we able to dial up a pressure where, Turk Warren got real high on the left side, end up coming around, and DJ end up picking the guard's hip, and all of a sudden, like, I look up and Matthew Stafford standing right there. So at that point, I'm just trying to make the play, do whatever it takes for us to seal this game off and be able to get that win.
Any special feeling for you that he's a Georgia legend, Derrick?
Yeah, I don't really mess with the Georgia guys, but, I've had to learn to live with them because of being in the league. You get a lot of guys in here from Georgia, so the little definitely a little college banter on that end.
I'm sure. Yeah, I know if you played the Eagles, then you'll definitely be running into a lot of guys from Georgia.
Yeah,
that's for sure. So what message do you have, again, for your fans, for Carolina fans that obviously have been through a lot, waiting and seeing what this team has become and what it can be and the opportunity in front? What do you say to them?
We stand with those that stood with us. When we were sitting around here 1-3, those that stood with us, we appreciate it. And, that's that. Everybody else, it is what it is. How I feel about them. So, I mean, if you were loyal through the hard times, then, I hope you get to celebrate these times with us right now.
Yeah, and I guess, and again, with your quarterback, that's a time for an Auburn man to have no problem with Alabama as well, with your quarterback, Derrick. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely having Alabama guy as a quarterback. You don't really mess with the quarterback too much. So, I mean, that's one of those things. We have our banter when it comes time for the Iron Bowl. But other than that, I pretty much let him do his thing, go through the week normally.
Yeah, you almost got him. This year.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Definitely sat in my house.
Oh yeah, definitely sat in my house. Watching it every single play. I forever love that school, and hopefully we get them next year.
Yeah, are you wearing that hat right now? As a matter of fact, am I seeing the top of an Auburn lid? Yeah, okay.
Always.
That's what I figured. Okay, that's what I figured. Hey, congrats on what's happening in your season. And obviously, you being the Ed Block Courage Award nominee for the team as well. That's a serious honor. the Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award as well for Carolina. And I appreciate your time right here. It's a crucial part of the season, certainly as you guys are getting set to go to New Orleans for a monster game that would put you 1 up with 3 to play and 2 left against Tampa. Derrick, I appreciate it, and let's stay in touch.
Will do. I appreciate you having me on here.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.